2 shots to the heart, 1 to the head, leave doctors shaking their heads. In the entire world of assassins, he's the only man who always follows up with a finishing shot. This versatile gunplay that allows both offense and defense is the famous Mozambique drill. Observant netizens have tallied that in John Wick. Chapter 2, John fired a total of 302 shots. He eliminated 128 people with an impressive hit rate of 80%. Calculations based on the firearms used show the number of magazine changes perfectly matches the weapon's capacities, demonstrating meticulous attention to detail. Today, we continue discussing John Wick. Chapter 2. His name is John Wick, the ultimate assassin who once took out dozens with a single pencil. In the previous film, after his dog was killed by car thieves, John wiped out the entire gang in a rage. He perfectly embodied the phrase, "You kill my dog, I end your bloodline." Though he avenged his dog, his limited edition Ford Mustang was still missing. It turned out that after Iosef was kicked out of Aurelio's chop shop, he had left the car at his uncle Abram's repair yard. Learning his nephew and family were dead, Abram panicked completely. As he was strategizing, a phone call suddenly came.
У тебя моя машина.
Knowing disaster loomed, Abram immediately ordered his men to gather all his assets, preparing to flee overnight. But to his utter shock, John had already arrived at his repair shop, silently taking down his men. John soon found his beloved Ford Mustang. Here's a small Easter egg. The vehicle inspection sticker on the windshield shows October 2014, coinciding with the release date of the first John Wick film. After finding the car, John immediately drove this 1969 Ford Mustang S429, unleashing its 375 horsepower and 610 Newton-meters of torque, executing a mid-air drift out of the repair shop at 0 to 60 miles per hour in 7.1 seconds. This V8 engine with hemispherical combustion chambers was limited to only 858 units, making it incredibly rare and valuable today. John didn't want more bloodshed, but the prey came to him. Barely driving away, his car was T-boned by an enemy rushing from the side. Before he could react, repeated impacts left his Mustang unrecognizable, finally enraging John, who unleashed hell. First came a menacing motorcycle. John observed its movement, steered his car to the right, then forcefully swung open the door while slamming the brakes, instantly destroying the bike and its rider. John then coolly shifted into reverse, accelerated on the spot, executed a 360-degree turn to leave another way. But another car blocked the exit. Seeing this, John floored the accelerator, ramming the car head-on, ejecting the driver instantly. Seeing the driver unharmed and trying to escape, John flew into a rage, quickly restarted the car and gave chase. He then sharply turned the wheel, performing a J-turn that sent the driver flying meters away. Before John could react, another car sped from the side, smashing him clean out of the driver's seat. Several thugs immediately charged. John snapped into focus to fight. Facing overwhelming odds, John targeted vital points with every move to quickly incapacitate opponents, narrowing the fight to one-on-one. Just then, a taxi suddenly plowed into him, sending him flying. As 2 enemies quickly exited, John rose and kicked one squarely. Unlike the first film, where John sought only revenge, having achieved it, he intended to retire. Thus, against these thugs, he held back lethal force. Only against the last hulking brute did he reluctantly draw his gun, shooting the man's knee but not instinctively delivering the headshot. After dealing with everyone, John entered Abram's office. Abram thought his end had come, but John poured 2 drinks instead. The two decided to bury the hatchet. John then turned and left the repair yard.
Mr. Wick.
Driving his battered Ford Mustang home, John gathered all his gear and wearily descended to the basement. He placed all his gold coins and weapons back into the box, sealing them once more with concrete. Believing he could finally return to peace, the doorbell suddenly rang. The visitor was Santino, son of a high-table elder in the Assassin League. After brief pleasantries, Santino produced a marker bearing John's thumbprint. This marker represents the highest level of oath in the assassin world. When presented, the oath-taker must fulfill one demand unconditionally. This marker was Santino's payment for helping John during his first attempt to retire, but John flatly refused the request. The ruthless Santino wouldn't take no. Upon leaving John's house, he immediately retrieved an R-37 grenade launcher from his trunk. This is a non-lethal riot control weapon, fed by a 5-round rotary drum fitted with a Burris optic and muzzle compensator. Santino fired 3 consecutive 37mm grenades, reducing John's mansion to smoldering ruins. Man and dog stared at the ashes, fury reignited. Next came the only scene in the entire film featuring a police officer speaking with John.
You working again?
I'll see you, Jimmy.
You, working again?
No, just sorting some stuff out.
The dialogue reveals John's psychological shift about returning to his old life. In the first film, when Jimmy asked the same question, John instantly denied it, showing he only sought revenge for his dog. In this sequel, John paused and didn't answer directly. Perhaps it was silent acceptance, but more likely, resignation, because he knew the unfolding events would drag him back into the assassin world. Homeless, John returned to the Continental. A detail here, while John Wick and John Wick. Chapter 2. Released 3 years apart, only 4 days passed in the film's timeline. The same cars parked outside the Continental proved the director's commitment to continuity. After leaving his pit bull with the concierge, John found the hotel manager, Winston. Winston reiterated 2 unbreakable rules of the assassin world. First, no business may be conducted on Continental grounds. Second, a marker oath must be honored once made. Until John completes his marker, assassinating Santino or refusing the contract would bring the entire high table down upon him. Even to take revenge on Santino, John must first fulfill his marker obligation. Bound by the rules as a member of this world, John had no choice. He went to Santino. Santino's task was shockingly to kill his own sister. Santino's father was once an elder of the Assassin League High Table. Simply put, he was the capitalist behind establishing the Continental, the assassin platform. After Santino's father died, he passed his High Table seat to his daughter Gianna. Santino refused to accept this, so he used the marker to summon John to kill his sister, allowing him to rightfully claim a high table seat. John had no choice but to accept the mission. He then visited an assassin service station to retrieve his backup gear. 1 assassin custom suit, 1 Glock 26, 2 extended magazines, 1 magazine pouch, 1 gold coin holder, approximately 70 gold coins, alongside several passports, the top one being a Russian passport, hinting at John's origins. Intending to retire for good, he was forced back into the role of an assassin once more. Soon, John traveled alone to the Continental in Rome. After confirming the operation location, he immediately began gathering gear to commence the assassination mission bound by the marker oath. First, John visited a tailor for a custom bulletproof suit, then acquired a map and spare key for the baths of Caracalla, the site of Gianna's coronation ceremony. For close quarters combat, he bypassed his beloved HKP-30L, choosing instead an Austrian TTI Glock 34 pistol, part of the American Terran Tactical Innovations Combat Master package. His primary weapon was a TTI TR-1 all-rounder rifle, custom-built by Terran Tactical specifically for the film character, equipped with a 6-24 by optical scope, red dot sight, vertical grip, muzzle compensator, and other attachments. The shotgun selected was a custom Benelli M4 Super 90, a combat weapon utilizing an auto-regulating gas-operated system. Terran Tactical heavily modified this gun, adding a match-saver shell holder. Finally chosen was a Microtech Trudon automatic knife. The suit featured silicon carbide disc-reinforced ceramic ballistic panels offering 0 penetration against high-pressure threats, but being so close to the body, getting shot would be extremely painful. With all weapons and gear prepared, John geared up, ready to begin the hunt. Meanwhile, Gianna appeared, surrounded by bodyguards. The coronation ceremony was in full swing. John arrived at the bathhouse's rear entrance using the spare key to unlock the door, successfully entering the underground passage. After surveying the terrain, he immediately placed weapons at every escape route. Upstairs, Gianna dismissed everyone, retreating to a grand bath chamber to touch up her makeup. Unexpectedly, John appeared in the mirror the next second. Gianna knew exactly why John was here. Learning the marker holder was her brother, she gave a cold laugh. Power ultimately mattered more than family ties. She slowly removed all her clothes, stepped into the bath pool, then used her hairpin-like dagger to slit her wrists, choosing to end her own life. John himself was forced into this mission. harboring little killing intent. He stepped forward to deliver the finishing shot, granting Gianna a swift end. Gianna chose the bathhouse for her end because ancient Romans greatly cherished bathing. Thus, Rome had two major public bath complexes, one being the Baths of Caracalla. Mission complete, John prepared to leave. But exiting, he encountered Gianna's personal bodyguard, Cassian. Seeing John emerge from the baths, Cassian instantly understood.
Good night.
Afraid so.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Both drew their guns and exchanged fire. Fortunately, their matching bulletproof suits prevented serious injury. John quickly got up and began his escape. John fled swiftly along his pre-planned route, his Glock 34 pistol proving formidable. This pistol is TTI's modification of the Glock 17L competition model, firing 9x19mm rounds. Extended base pads increase magazine capacity to 21 rounds, while added magazine weight ensures smoother reloads. Not only is it top tier among competition firearms, its sleek design is beloved by gun enthusiasts. John then executed a judo knee wheel throw to slam an enemy down, followed by an Aikido off-balancing technique, finishing with the Mozambique drill to eliminate the threat. This shooting method was developed for practical pistol use during the Mozambique conflict, compatible with the CARS tactical system. The operation involves 2 shots to the target's chest to incapacitate, followed by a headshot to ensure lethality. Temporarily evading Gianna's bodyguards, John reached the bathhouse's underground passage. Seeing no one, he patted his chest, causing all the bullets embedded in his suit to fall out. But the real danger wasn't over. Santino's female bodyguard, Ares, had been waiting in the tunnel.
Loose ends.
Seeing her, John immediately used his jacket to block bullets while fighting his way back. Reaching a corner, he switched to the pre-positioned TTI-TR-1 rifle. Built on an AR-15 platform and tailored for tactical needs, TTI equipped it with a 6-24 by optic, a lightweight BCM collapsible stock, a 38mm assault barrel, plus a red dot sight, vertical grip, and muzzle compensator. Total weight was kept at just 2.9 kilograms. It fires 5.56 by 45mm ammunition, standard capacity 10 rounds. The film version uses a dual magazine coupler for extended capacity. Notice a crucial battlefield detail here. After loading the final rifle magazine, John quickly removed the sling from his body. Once the rifle was empty, he threw it directly at the enemy. This prevents slowing down the draw of his pistol. Out of ammo, John finally reached his second supply point, swiftly grabbing the Benelli M4 for close quarters devastation. This is a semi-automatic shotgun designed and produced by Italy's Benelli, utilizing an auto-regulating gas-operated system. Overall length is 1,010 millimeters, barrel length 470 millimeters, unloaded weight 3.82 kilograms, firing 12-gauge shells. The film version is a Taran tactical custom modification, featuring a fixed stock and a magazine capacity of 9+1 rounds. One shot, one reload, with the pistol always ready. This reload involved having a shell staged at the ejection port. This allows rapid loading even on an empty chamber, instantly boosting combat effectiveness. John sequentially used a pistol, rifle, and shotgun. This mirrors a popular real-world shooting competition format called 3-gun. 3-gun competition involves continuously shooting with 3 firearms in one scenario, with an extremely fast pace that constantly challenges the shooter's thinking and adaptability, including changing firing positions and deciding when to switch weapons, testing both marksmanship and analytical skills. After a 7-minute gunfight duel, John finally escaped pursuit at the bathhouse. But shortly after emerging, a car suddenly appeared and slammed him down. The driver was Cassian. After exchanging gunfire, they began hand-to-hand combat, tumbling down a flight of stairs. Knives and daggers were all employed, and Cassian, being a top-tier assassin, meant John couldn't quickly finish him. During their fierce struggle, they accidentally crashed into Rome's the Continental.
Gentlemen.
The fight thus paused. They then went to the bar. Through conversation, Cassian understood John was bound by the marker, but he still had to avenge Gianna's death. So Cassian declared that after this drink, he would still hunt John down. Meanwhile, upon learning his assassins were wiped out, Santino immediately placed a bounty with the assassin network. The bounty reached a staggering $7 million, instantly setting the city ablaze. All assassins received the alert message. The assassins all used Nokia 8800 phones, so spotting a tattoo and a Nokia 8800 was how you identified a hitman on the street. John soon returned to New York. As he passed an elegant lady playing violin, she instantly drew a Keystone Solo CDP pistol from her violin case and opened fire on John. Here's another finely crafted detail. As John killed the female assassin, the red background lighting faded slowly with her life. But he hadn't gone far before two more assassins ambushed him front and back. John swiftly countered, proving the pencil legend from the bar with one pencil. After dealing with them, John grew wary. Exiting the subway station, a sumo wrestler slammed him to the ground, then pulled a hammer-fired CCP-9 pistol and fired. John knocked the gun away and counterattacked. But martial arts were useless against a sumo wrestler. He was rammed and sent flying meters away. This sumo wrestler was portrayed by a real sumo athlete. Against such massive opponents, only headshots could end the fight. But the assassin's pursuit didn't stop. At a square fountain, John encountered Cassian again. They locked eyes immediately. John drew his pistol. As the fountain jets rose again, both fired simultaneously. John repositioned rapidly, but Cassian stayed locked on. They fired purely by instinct. Cassian wielded an Arsenal Firearms Strike 1 polymer or 7075 aluminum alloy semi-automatic pistol. Another shootout erupted in the subway station, yet neither hit the other. Seeing this, John fled quickly. But descending stairs, two more assassins approached head-on. John shot them down instantly. Cassian caught up, boarding the train. They faced each other, tension peaking. As passengers thinned, both drew knives, a clash imminent. Cassian struck first. John blocked one-handed but still took a knife to the thigh. John then trapped Cassian's arm, spun, and slammed him hard onto the train floor. Cassian sprang back up. John now used a hammer grip on his knife for longer reach. Cassian used an ice pick grip, shorter range, typically for defensive counters. But the ice pick grip offered better force control. The hammer grip was more prone to losing the blade on impact. Sure enough, John's knife was soon knocked away, yet unarmed John still dominated. An elbow strike twisted the blade, then he drove it into Cassian's aorta. But as old acquaintances, John left the knife embedded. Injured, John fled the subway. But assassins pursued relentlessly. Soon two more blocked his path, but the exhausted John could fight no more. In crisis, he handed a beggar a gold coin, seeking sanctuary. The beggar understood, hiding him under rags. When assassins arrived,
Hey man, you got a quarter?
This beggar wasn't ordinary. He was part of NYC's underground crime network, armed with a Beretta 80 series pistol, ideal for concealed carry. Its open-top slide design features an oversized ejection port, greatly enhancing reliability. John awoke beside the dead assassins, his wounds already stitched. Led by underground members, he reached the rooftop and met the legendary Bowery King. This organization was the Soup Kitchen, located on Bowery Street east of Manhattan Bridge, composed of homeless people and beggars. They used city tunnels to operate unseen, with a presence everywhere. They used pigeons to relay messages, building a vast intelligence network across New York. John sought Bowery King for one thing, Santino's location. But Bowery King wanted no trouble. Besides, John now carried a $7 million bounty, an irresistible temptation. John warned that if Santino wasn't stopped, he'd dominate NYC upon joining the High Table, erasing Bowery King's Soup Kitchen. After weighing options, Bowery King gave John a Kimber Warrior 191 pistol, but only 7 bullets. $7 million only bought 7 bullets. Santino was hypocritically mourning his sister when an accidental glance revealed John standing right before him. The air froze instantly. John drew his gun, firing 7 bullets in 3 seconds, eliminating multiple guards. John was using the isosceles triangle shooting stance, also known as the forward-facing two-handed stance, where the shooter's arms and body form an isosceles triangle. Low on equipment, John had no choice but to pick up weapons while taking down enemies, then used judo techniques to forcefully carve out a path forward. Santino seized the chance to flee in terror. John continued dispatching enemies relentlessly. After emptying his magazine, he instantly switched to judo, initiating with a shihogari leg sweep followed by a katagatame shoulder lock, blending masterful martial arts with precise gunplay to neutralize each threat. Due to the 1911's tendency for first-round jams, John performed a press check by partially racking the slide to verify chambered ammunition before pursuing into a mirrored exhibition space. John's chest-high firearm position here is the renowned CARS tactical system, utilizing a braced arm structure with interlocked fingers to better manage recoil. This stance excels in confined spaces for close-quarters engagements, aiding concealment and corner navigation while preventing weapon grabs. Meanwhile, Santino's bodyguard Ares arrived with reinforcements. The enemy on the right wielded an M41A pulse rifle. Those center and left carried SG-551 rifles fitted with quad-rail handguards. While searching for Santino, John maintained consistent alignment between his gun barrel and sightline, enabling instant target engagement. John soon spotted Santino, but after only a few shots, his pistol ran dry, allowing Santino to escape again. Simultaneously, enemies brought by Ares entered the mirrored space. John persisted in hunting Santino while repelling incoming assaults. Leveraging terrain mastery and expert marksmanship, John rapidly eliminated all opposition. Only Ares and Santino remained. Ares ordered Santino to flee while she stayed to confront John. Note Ares drawing a cold steel safe maker. A boot knife, dagger-like and easily concealed. After passing through 2 doorways, John encountered Ares lying in wait. Ares attacked ferociously without hesitation, but the knife's short blade created insufficient reach. Her strikes failed to inflict meaningful damage. John swiftly disarmed and neutralized her decisively. Critical detail. John's methods against Cassian and Ares were near identical, yet outcomes differed drastically. For Cassian, John severed his aorta, but left the blade embedded, permitting survival. For Ares, John withdrew the blade, ensuring a lethal outcome. Santino fled to the Continental, demanding Winston revoke John's membership privileges under his high-table authority. Unexpectedly, Winston refused him with unflinching authority. John returned to the Continental moments later. Seeing Santino casually dining enraged him. Defying Continental rules outright, John shot Santino dead. Thus concluded John's rampage in Chapter 2, but endless pursuit from the entire assassin world now loomed. John retrieved his pit bull from the concierge and returned to his ruined home. In the rain, Karen, the concierge of the Continental, suddenly appeared and led him to meet Winston. Winston informed him, after Santino's death, Kimura issued a global bounty. The bounty had now reached $14 million, and all services at the Continental and Assassin League establishments terminated John's access to underworld resources. However, Winston secured him 1 hour's head start and provided a new marker, guaranteeing 1 life-saving intervention at a critical juncture. After 60 minutes, John would face a planet-wide assassin manhunt. This film concludes here. But John's story continues. Whether he can carve a path through the perilous darkness remains to be seen in Chapter 3.